There we are. Well, hello, hello. And yeah, Bailey, the last one you and I talked about was a Western, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyways, hello, welcome. I am having one of those days where I sort of fade in and out of productivity. You know, where you're like, yes, I'm gonna get stuff done. And you're feeling great about it. And then you hit a roadblock and you're like, never mind, I don't want to do anything. Usually, if I can sort of sit back and cool down for a minute, then I'll just have another like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do some stuff. Let's go. And then no. So it's been up and down for most of the most of the morning for me. But I have about a million and one things to get sorted. Oh, Bailey, you're in school too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it feels like however much you try to get enthusiastic and productive about stuff, there's this point where you hit a wall. And evidence of nerdiness, I used to be very affected by those emotionally. So, but what helped actually was Star Trek, the original series, specifically Spock, because Vulcans have very deep emotions. They aren't emotionless robots. They simply choose to act based upon logic rather than emotion. So I just take 5 minutes, pretend I'm a Vulcan, and then I'm like, well, logically, I should continue on with my endeavors because this setback will not deter my long-term progress. And that helps. Yeah, even when the to-do list is stuff you like, if you hit a wall, it can be enough to sort of derail absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. So let me know what you're working on. Today I'm getting ready for, I start my research project for my degree program on next week or the week after. Well, I start working in the lab. We don't actually start my project right away, so I still have some time because we have to order some stuff. Uh, I'm gonna try to make cells explode, so that'll be cool. I just have to. There's more science behind it. I'm just not really supposed to talk too much about it, but it'll be cool. It'll be cool. So I need to plan out my experimental workflow, which is kind of like the way I like to explain it because I was trying to have this conversation with my dad and he was like, I don't get what you're saying. And I'm like, well, it's kind of like if you have a recipe and it says add this, add this, add this, but that's not actually how you do it. Like, okay, you go to the sink, you rinse all of the vegetables, then you get those chopping. Now you start this one cooking first because it takes the longest, and then you start on the next step, but you have this other thing going at the same time. There's a whole process involved. And if you're a good cook, you know how to do that. But a new lab flow you always have to plan out. No, not apoptosis. It's actually a cellular defense mechanism. You see it in neutrophils a lot with neutrophil extracellular traps. I'm sorry if you're not here for the science, but just, I'll stop soon. Basically, sometimes cells eat invading pathogens, like they go around it. That's called phagocytosis. For those who don't know, very common process. However, what some cells do, and some cells that eat cells do this as well, is they basically go kamikaze. They go poof and they like explode and shoot their DNA at the pathogen. Like, I'm going to kill it. Then shooting my guts at it will kill it somehow. And then the bits of leftover cell wrap around it and make like a net. And those are called nets. I know, brilliant name. Neutrophil extracellular trap. So basically, I'm doing something similar, or I'm working with something similar. So, yeah, Bailey, you're here. So therefore, you must be here for the science. The nerdiness. The nerdiness. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working with. So we need to try and make the cells go poof and shoot their guts everywhere, which means that I have to plan out sort of, okay, you take the cells, you add this, they have to sit for a week and all of that. Writing about it, yeah. Don't worry, I don't go too much into it because I don't know how much is covered under patents and all of that, but I find the science behind it fascinating. And basically, I've been told anything that's already published literature in the scientific realm is pretty much fair game because it's already out there. Like if I was telling you what a cell was, it's like, all right, well, everyone knows what a cell is. You can Google that. Also, hi. Thank you for joining us, Violet. One of my classes. One of my classes is pathology too, so I follow. Yeah, it's a pretty cool process. We just need to figure out how to make it happen on purpose. I'll get there. I'll get there. But so, okay, so are we ready to rock and roll? Do we want to get some studying in or writing or whatever it is? Let me know what you're working on in the comments and I can go ahead and get a timer lined up. Also, drop a request for timer times if you have a preference. Otherwise, I'll just pick whichever one I prefer. Also, music or no music? Because there are quite a few with some nice ambient soundtracks, but I know some people get distracted by the noise and they prefer the quiet. Or, okay, really, you prefer to pick your own music and then just be alerted when the timer is up. Let's pull up some files. Let's pull up some timers. Chill music. Okay, so let's get something with some nice. There we go. There we go. We've got a nice 10-minute warm-up. Nice 10 minutes of some lo-fi. Oh, 15. Okay. Let's see if I can. I always hate the delay on these chat things. Because it's like you say something and then. There we go. Yeah, so we'll just jump straight into it. So we'll jump straight into a 15-minute warm-up. Make sure you stretch. Oh, I just heard my shoulder pop. We're going to be sitting for a while, so do make sure that you're taking a moment to stretch. If at no other point, sort of when we go on and off the timers is always a great time to work out your joints. And remember, water. I have my sloth, nope, not today cup. I was actually given this by my babysitting kids before I left Florida. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much my mood most of the time when I'm studying, but I do it anyways. All right, so let's get some stuff done. Make sure to hydrate, stretch, and I will put that. I need to remember to actually share the timer. Sorry, I swear I'm getting better at this. I swear I am. All right. And I will see you guys on the other side. We're back. Okay. Okay. So apparently I can't figure out how audio works. But yes, it has been whoop. It has been unanimously decided that New Year's is starting over. The new year is February 12th for the Lunar New Year. And we'll just take it from there. Here we go. Oh, so before I got caught up in the comment section, I actually managed to get some stuff done. Get a nice little start. I'm trying to plan out my project, and I've sort of started to plan it out kind of like it's a Marvel movie series. We've got like 3 separate phases, and then each phase has its own projects, and they're all going to build together because that makes sense in my head. And it's helping me to keep things straight. But yeah, I don't think the new year cooperated with any of our expectations of reality. So we'll just try that one again on the 12th. So what exactly happened? Hang on, what exactly happened with the audio is what I want to know. Because, hang on. We tried putting up the lo-fi music before, and it was really echoey and distorted, so then I just muted myself, but apparently that also muted the music. So I'm not sure what exactly happened there. Don't know. I don't know how to make it just be from there, from the timer, that is. But if you are interested in that timer, there's about, I have an entire playlist on my channel of like, not just timers, but like chill lo-fi beats and ambient writing music that I listen to pretty much constantly because it helps me focus so much better. So much better. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let me know how you guys did and how long you want to go again. I'm ready to hop right into another one because I'm actually getting some shenanigans done. So that's nice. That is nice. Trying to get everything planned out while it's still fresh in my head, you know? But I think if you guys are up for it, I'd be down hop straight into a 25. I know that's sort of maxing out some people's attention spans, but we're here to do shenanigans. We're here to get stuff done, be productive, at least for a little bit. I always feel like if I'm productive for a little bit of a Sunday, I feel like I can justify just relaxing the whole rest of the day. If I don't get at least something done, though, I tend to stress out over how much I have to do. So this actually really helps me. I wrote like 280 words, updated my intimidating checklist. Okay. I wrote that and I thought it was a checklist of people you needed to intimidate because that's what my brain did just then. Yes, I have a checklist of people I need to intimidate. As opposed to just, you know, how most people would read that and be like, yes, it's a very long and intimidating checklist, as in it's intimidating. Yeah, I'll stop. My brain's not braining very effectively today. Okay. But yeah, I always feel like I can get, yeah. Now I'm giving you bad ideas, Bailey. You do not need a list of people to intimidate. It is getting very blue in this room, but that's because the sun's going down. Already. It's 3:30. I'm not ready for the sun to go down yet. Mama Ward, you got 102 words in 10 minutes. That's pretty dang good. Actually, I think it's funny because I don't know. It's one of those things where sometimes you ever do that thing where you stare at a screen and your just cogs are turning, and then when you manage to actually get the words out, I feel like they matter more as opposed to like word vomit, which you just have to go back and revise. I'm an author. I'll use bad ideas. Thanks. Yeah, you never know. Just use them as a plot device later. Ooh, Mama Ward, you could go all the way up to a 30. Okay, okay. Think I think 30 might be pushing it for some people in this chat. We tend to have the attention spans of toddlers. So we'll take pity on them. We'll take pity on them for now and we'll do a 25. Here we go. See if we can. Nope, not that. I almost shared my project outline. It's like, yeah, the thing with all the patents. Don't share that on the internet, please. That would be bad. That would be so bad. But I'm going to skip bothering to try with the sound on this time because I don't know how it works. Don't know how it works. Okay. That's enough chit chat. Oh, we're half an hour in. We're one sprint down. We've got a 25 to go. Not 25 sprints, just 25 minutes. So take a moment before we get started to stretch. Roll out your wrists if you need to. I miss Austin's sprints. Austin always does these amazing stretching routines at the beginning of her sprints, but I haven't been able to go to hers in a while. And if you need to, make sure you go ahead and have water or coffee on hand or take a longer break to stretch. But if you don't need to, then I guess we'll just get ready to rock and roll, and I'll see you on the other side. Oh, and we're back. Oh, I just have to say, I love you guys so much. I start making my like angry thinking face and picking on my face, and you guys are like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" Oh, this is why I love small streams. This is just awesome. Also, we've had like four separate conversations in the chat while we were going, so I don't know how much any of us got done. But if you did get something done, definitely let me know. How did this whole thing even start? We started with vampires. We started at the bar, and then vampires, and then spleens, and then psoriasis, and then bees. And yes, it actually is super easy to make a at-home palliative treatment for things like psoriasis. I used to make my own stuff back when I was in Florida, but the ingredients that I used, I can't find here or get here. But yeah, if you see me picking at my face, please call me on it because I don't know if you can see this, but these aren't zits. This is just a hole I've picked in my face. But thank you because you actually reminded me. I went and got my this is for dogs. This is Hund salve, which means dog salve. It's supposed to be put on dog wounds, but it's completely natural. It's a petroleum byproduct, so Vaseline basically, plus talc oil, eucalyptus, and turpentine, which freaked me out at first. But I Googled it, and apparently turpentine is used as a common astringent in a lot of topical skin treatments. Also, they put it in loads of dog stuff so the dogs don't lick it off of themselves. I mean, I shouldn't eat this stuff, but it works, so that's all that matters. I forget that it exists, and then I sit here studying, scratching at my face all day. Ooh. Yeah. For the record, Mama Ward's recipe for this salve thing sounds phenomenal. So if you're interested, let's see. 4 ounces of dried comfrey leaves and stems. I haven't ever used stems before. 4 ounces St. John's wort, same thing. 12 ounces cold pressed castor oil. Seal in a glass jar and put in a warm water bath. And then you so it's like you're making slow brewed tea, basically. It'll help you heal fast AF. Doggos are bad for licking at injuries, so the stuff needs to be fast. Yeah, this stuff works great. It's just, it's so easy to forget. I thought putting it like right next to the coffee pot would help me remember. But before coffee, I don't have enough brain cells working to remember that it exists. I just move it and get the coffee. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it works great on all kinds of things. But yes, I have psoriasis or eczema or atopic dermatitis. It depends on which dermatologist I'm talking to. And then eventually I stopped giving them money because none of them were helping me. And in fact, one of them gave me MRSA, which was fun. I got an infection after a biopsy that one of them did, which was great and made my whole leg swell up. Put it on my keyboard. Yeah, I'll just park it right here. Now, you know what would be great is actually, I have my keyboard sitting at an angle because it's better for my wrists. I don't have like a ergonomic keyboard. I propped it up on a hole puncher, but it seems to work. But if it was flat, that would work great. I could just literally put it on my keyboard. Just be like, no writing for you until you have done that. Coffee, salve. then study. That should be the order of things. Uh, no, water, coffee, self, then study. I think it should be because otherwise I forget to drink water too. Why is taking care of ourselves so hard? Like, I was a nanny for 10 years. I kept other people's children alive and turned them into semi-functional human beings, and yet I can't remember to drink enough water. Or, not end up with giant wounds on my face. Sticky notes on the bathroom mirror would work if I ever bothered to use my bathroom. I mean, that sounded weird. I have a bathroom upstairs by my bedroom, but upstairs is colder than downstairs. So I end up brushing my teeth and going to the bathroom downstairs. And I don't know. I'm the only one here, so I guess I could put it downstairs. But I don't look at myself in the mirror, so. She used oil to treat burns and it worked so well at Shriners Hospital in Galveston because of how well it healed Emma's legs. Yeah, Silvadine's in a lot of stuff. We had some serious burn gel at the hospital, at the bakery that we used as an emergency treatment for burns before people went to the hospital. I used to put sticky notes on the fridge. That sort of works. Writing the note helps me the most, but it's a short-term effect. So I think I just need to I think I need to try that daily journaling thing. I was doing every couple of days for a while and sort of writing out the things that I need to do, and that helped. So maybe I should just try and start journaling again. I know Kate Kavanaugh just did a video a couple weeks back about she did the daily journaling. Family Farmer uses stuff called Utter Cream. Do you mean bag balm? Because that's what they call it here, bag balm. And yes, there are many, many jokes that get made over the name. But this is the most social interaction I've had in weeks. How sad is that? It's gotten to the point, I have to show this to you. I don't know if you'll be able to see him, but ladies, meet my charming guest. His name is Cal. Cal the cactus. In case you can't tell, he's winking. Yeah, I should probably leave my house at some point soon, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine once I get back to school. As soon as I'm not in my own house all day. Yeah. Okay, bright red letters, yellow tin. Yes, so different brand, but I think they're the same thing. Aw, thank you. I love having you guys here. It's so nice. All right, all right. Yes, Cal the cactus. Cal the cactus. Well, because I feel less crazy for talking to myself if there's someone else here. I'm aware that it's a cactus. But talking to plants is supposed to be good for you or good for the plants. I don't remember. So you're supposed to talk to plants or maybe sing to them. But my family's chronically tone deaf, so no. Just no. Yeah. A video call for social interaction writing. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a Discord, but a Zoom where you could just drop in. Oh, you got 219 despite all the chat. Wow, you're getting stuff done. I'm thinking through things, so I'm making progress, but it's not tangible. I did figure out how many sample varieties I'm going to have. I just need to confirm the varieties of bacteria that we're going to be using. But I can't do that because I'm not actually allowed to use the bacteria because it's a level 3, it's a classified level 3 pathogen. So they don't let just anyone handle germs, which is a good thing. But I can't actually do that. So I need to, on this next sprint, I need to email someone and figure out how many bugs we're using of what variety. And then I can figure out how many samples I have. Yeah, I've already hit trouble then. I've already hit trouble. I think I've mentioned this before, but the worst thing is when you're trying to figure out dialogue. So you're having a conversation back and forth from like two different perspectives, and I do it in the voices, complete with motion, because that's how I can figure out if it feels natural. So I'm not spinning in circles, but I do get weird looks from the neighbors. Adding words to my already overwritten story. Ah, such a good story though. You know now I want to read it, right? Okay, but we should get back to it. We should get back to it. What do we think? Should we try and do another long one? We've got a little less than an hour left, so we could do another long one and then see how much time we have. And it works. It works. That's how you get dialogue to sound natural. That's how you make a scene feel not awkward. Like you have to actually act it out. So I feel like the line between writer and potentially really terrible thespian is kind of blurred there. Yes, no words left behind. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get on. Da, 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 da. Let's get on. We'll do another 25. We'll crack through, and we'll see how much time we have left at the end. I'm gonna go to the same one, and I'm sorry you guys can't hear the music because I don't know how to make that work. But oh, make sure you're hitting save as you go along. Make sure to stretch. Oh, particularly wrists and shoulders. And correct your posture when you can. And if you're running low on water, get water. But yes, we will do the words. They will make sense, and we will create magical, magical things. And I will see you on the other side. And we're back. There we go. I actually managed to unmute myself a few seconds early, so hopefully you guys didn't get shocked out of it. Wait, who are we killing? I turned away for 3 minutes to figure out how my pipetting system is supposed to work. And now we're maiming and killing people. Wait, why are we spelling X-ray? Is this for... Is it... Are we spelling X-ray as in, like, the test that you get at the hospital? Or the test... Or, like, X-ray vision? Because if it's the test that you get at the hospital, it's definitely X-ray. Okay, so you're looking at the actual machine. So yes, it's X-ray. Haven't killed anyone yet. What? Okay. I feel like that's also part of author therapy, is occasionally you just sort of murder people. But you know what? Teenagers do that with The Sims. So my SC has a dilemma. Stay working for a government-type task force and try to protect the woman he loves from far away, or quit and try to find her to protect her. Oh. For me, I think that depends on how realistic finding her is, you know? And how capable they are at hiding. You know, because there's that thing that guys sometimes do where they're like, I'm gonna save you. And it's like, no, they were actually doing fine on their own. You being there is not as helpful as you think. But then you have the instance where, like, she's about to get nabbed and they're right on her trail and she doesn't know what she's doing and she clearly needs help, in which case, yes, it would. So I think it depends on the power dynamic, you know? How much help does she really need versus where he does the most good? Unless one of the plots ends up more interesting. Isn't that just like the writer's mantra? I kill plants and drink too much coffee. We're making friends! I love these streams. I love them so much. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to plan out my my little science plate. So I need to figure out cell counts and volumes, but I can't do that on my own. So I think I might be at a sticking point here. I'm just going to try to, in the next stream, I'm going to try to draft a template, not the next stream. In the next sprint, I'm going to try to draft a template so that I can figure out where the dots go. That's an option, like tries to protect her. Wait, which one was first? I'm thinking tries to protect her from afar. Yeah, tries to protect her from afar, realizes that no, she definitely needs his help. This isn't working, so he has to then go interfere. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think ultimately that kind of thing comes down to the power dynamic. My favorite moments are always when someone goes to save someone. Just love these moments. Someone goes to save someone, and then it's like they're in the middle of getting their butts kicked. And it's like, then they get saved by the person that they were rescuing. It's like, what are you doing here? It's like, well, clearly I'm here to rescue you. And it's like, there was a moment like that in the last Star Trek movie where Spock goes to rescue Nyota after he's just been stabbed, to be clear. So he's like half, like, crippled. and he's fighting off a monster, and they're kicking his butt because they kick him in the side where he just got stabbed. And then Neota has to show up and save him, and it's like, Spock, what are you doing here? It's like, clearly, I'm here to rescue you. And she's just like, oh, that's so sweet. You're useless. Let's go. But yeah, so I think that depends on the power dynamics. So it'll be interesting. Let me know if you want beta readers for that one. That one sounds cool. I don't get to read nearly as much as I want to anymore. And it's officially dark outside. It's 4:30. Pitch black. Awesome. Okay, we have roughly 40 minutes left. We could do I killed plants in my sci-fi series. The entity known as the Devourer consumes a plant. Ooh. Told everyone there wasn't a threat and they didn't listen to the science. Oh, so you mean like the situation we have now? Where everyone's like, oh yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah. Which makes the story better. Killed the plants. Now I'm having flashbacks to Fantastic Four. Not the really terrible one that they just made, but the one before that with the Silver Surfer Galactus, I think it was. But it was like a planet-eating blob. And then they had some kind of universe-eating blob in a different one. I just realized I'm significantly colder than I should be, so I need to make sure that my fire hasn't gone out, which means it's time to sprint. We're going to get the words, and I'm going to make sure that I don't get frostbite. That is our plan. That is our plan. All right, we have, oh, wrong way around. We have 20 minutes left. I thought we had 40 minutes left. We have 20 minutes left. So let's do just a nice, let's do just a nice 10 minutes, easy peasy. And then we can come back and chit chat and figure out which way around the rescuing. Wasn't plants, it was planet. No scratching. I know. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of like planet consuming or universe consuming. Sorry, my brain is like fritzing. The sun goes down and my brain turns off. So I always need to take a little bit to like, okay, night mode. It's fine that it's dark. But yes, so let's do a quickie 10. I will check the fire. We can wrap up our projects and then we have some time to chat. Oh, but just so you know, in case I forget later, just so you know, there is Stig Dreidel. Stig. That's not how you say his name, but that's how Americans say his name. He's going to be streaming tonight. It's a birthday stream for him, actually. If you want to go by and like wish him a happy birthday, I'll once I check my fire, I'll drop his thing in the comments. But he's actually going to be streaming later, depending on time zones and everything, if you guys are looking to get a little more done later. But until then, have a good stretch. Let's see if we can wrap up some words and make a nice little bit of progress. See you on the other side. Hello, hello. We have sci-fi shenanigans going absolutely bonkers in the comments section here. So, oh, and Suey, I kept your post up throughout the stream, your no scratching reminder, and I didn't scratch. I also spent about half the time trying to revive the fire. And while I was waiting to make sure it caught, I got another coffee. Because there are few greater joys in this world than a fresh cup. All right. So, what kind of alien shenanigans are happening? She and another human doctor near house. I definitely need to read this book. I love sci-fi. So basically, we're at a crux, a critical mass crux, where you have fewer mating pairs than you have to maintain a viable genetic pool. Words are hard. Hence the other coffee. Actually, I stole that from a YouTuber. Evan and Caitlin. If you haven't seen their videos, they're adorable. They are makers. So I don't know, it kind of flows with the creative vibe, I feel like. I like binging their videos while I'm writing. I will actually keep their old live stream recordings on in the background while I'm working on stuff because they have a really nice, like, upbeat energy, and I like to absorb that enthusiasm. Just like, yes, give me all of your enthusiasm. I'll just bring it into myself like some weird human emotion absorbing creature. Yes. Yay! 142 words. At least some of us are getting stuff done. All I managed to do was relight the fire. I did send an email, so I'm gonna count that as a win because I can't really do much else until I know how many bacteria I'm gonna be working with in the lab. So I'm waiting for critical input before I can progress. Oh, writing Violet, not really. Just staring off into space. Yeah, it can be frustrating when you're stuck sometimes. Honestly, I used to take walks all the time when I was stuck, but it's -6 degrees outside, and the roads are coated in a ½ inch of ice. So I don't do that right now because I don't want to die. Although I will say that sometimes getting up and walking away or doing something else, specifically something non-verbal when I'm writing, helps me a lot. Like I'll put on music without a soundtrack and then do the dishes or fold laundry or something that's completely different, It helps sometimes. Also, sometimes if I'm really stuck, I'll just backtrack a couple of sections and edit, because sometimes like going back to the beginning or at least further back can help as well. And I'm cold. So glad I wore my turtleneck sweater though, although it keeps folding on itself in weird ways. Ha, keep my neck warm. Thank you. Cooperate with me, turtleneck. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit and windy this morning. That is cold. I'm at -6 Celsius, so hang on, I keep getting confused with temperatures. We're at pretty much the same temperature. We are at basically the same temperature. That's interesting. Whoa, wait, who's Stanley? What happened? What did I miss? I don't know. Do I know Stanley? Oh God, -15. I have experienced -15. The temperature was supposed to drop to -10. And then overnight, the weather decided that that wasn't going to happen. It went to -15. Funny thing was, the very next day was the first time in 3 months that I had to leave the house because I had to go take my final exam at a testing facility. And yeah, I could have done without the 2-mile walk in those temperatures. It would have been nice to avoid. Interviewing your characters about the events you want to write. Oh, that sounds fascinating. I always like playing the cafe game, where I have a standard sort of waitress that they show up to the restaurant and the interaction between the two, because I feel like how people treat wait staff and their mood in certain moments can kind of like really help you get to know the character better. It's those banal little things that are just like defining of our nature. What? Okay. I thought Stanley was someone I might know. I was like, who's dead? It's been one of those years, okay? So it's like, if someone says, oh, someone's dead, at this point, I'm just like, okay, who is it this time? Which is dark and terrible. I'm Canadian. This is my normal now. Yeah, I may live in Sweden, but I am still a Floridian. I don't know what to do with these temperatures other than complain about them. I'm wearing 3 pairs of pants. I can't put more clothes on. Well, I could, but I'd just end up waddling around the house. And I think I'm wearing 1, 2. Oh, I'm only wearing 3 sweaters right now. Well, okay, one of them's a thermal layer and one of them's a long sleeve shirt and then a sweater because my other sweater is over there. And my wool duster, which I use as a lap blanket because my legs get cold when I don't move. Okay, I'm jumping back into drafting a project I haven't worked on in a long time. It's taking a while to get in the flow again. Yeah, I still say that anytime I take a break, going back to the beginning helps, rereading, revising, because then usually by the time I get to the point where I was stuck, I'm back in the flow of things. Although I will say that sometimes if I'm not sure what I want to happen with the plot, I will write fan fiction of my own work. And I'll be like, well, what if we did this? And because it's fan fiction and I'm not taking it too seriously, I can have them go off and do crazy things. And that sort of gets the kinks out of my system. That's always fun. I have my computer read the previous parts to me and I take notes. Oh, that's clever. Take notes like it's a lecture. Huh. Because then it almost is like you're getting it from another person. I don't know how I would get my computer to do that. My computer's quite old and a little special. Yeah, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is like, when you're in it, it's kind of like, ugh, but I will tolerate 100 degrees Fahrenheit a lot better than I will tolerate like 0 degrees Fahrenheit, because at a certain point you can't put more clothes on. And, when it's really hot, you can always go swimming or have an ice cold margarita or have an ice cold margarita while swimming. Except you can't do that in Sweden. They don't like you drinking in public, which is weird considering how much they drink. On the bright side, he died happy. Yeah, it's just been one of those years. It's funny. We were talking about like ebbs and flows of work earlier. I recorded something. I tried recording videos a couple days ago and it wouldn't transfer to the computer, and I was so frustrated that the file got corrupted. So I had to walk away, and then today I tried to re-record it and I figured out it's not my computer, it's my phone. And I don't know what the problem is. So there may be a delay on future videos for me because sometimes you hit a roadblock and you don't know what to do with it. But then I remember that I have friends that are dealing with a lot worse. So And I have just actually gotten a message from my mom. So I'm probably going to get ready to hop off and hopefully have a little chat with those that I love that are stateside. Touch base. But yes, if you guys are looking for more streams later, Stig is going to stream later. It's a birthday stream, so I don't know how productive it's going to be. But they usually do a couple of sprints here and there. His streams are usually about 50-50 chaos and pretending to be productive, but that seems to be about the ratio we're doing right now anyways, you know? Yes, I will tell my mother that you guys say hi. And I am going to go chat with my mom, and I hope that the words are with you and that knowing that you at least made some attempt to get some things done this Sunday, you can enjoy the rest of whatever is left of your weekend. And I will be seeing you guys. I will be doing these weekly. So, because this is a good time for me, and I always feel better on Monday when I can get a little bit done before Monday. So, I will be here next Sunday. I will probably be doing them 3 out of 4 Sundays. Yeah, the chaos works. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.